All right, so today will be the first day taking the boat out as the owners, and I'm very excited to do that. We got a day captain coming. I really need to learn a lot of stuff before we get going to the Bahamas, but I'm sure I'll pick it up pretty quick, and I have confidence that me and April be able to at least get the boat off the dock after today. So after that, we can take the boat out. Would like to get some other stuff done, and definitely want to make sure the macerator pump is working correctly and do a dump out. So hopefully we have good weather outside, and it looks like a beautiful day here in Fort Lauderdale. A little rainy. So our day captain Ian came by, and I asked him to walk through with me what he would do for a daily checklist to get out onto the water. So we walked through, checked all the fluid levels, checked the fan belts, and just made sure everything was nice and tight and ready to go. The anchor, Ian had the same opinion that I do, that this anchor is just not gonna cut it, and we're gonna need to get a bigger anchor and bigger rod. So we headed out. We wanted to head outside far enough to pump out and see if our macerator pump worked. So we headed out down the river. We turned on the stabilizers, and those were working beautifully. But when we got outside, it was way too rough really to go very far. So I didn't get any footage of when we went outside. We were bouncing around pretty good though. So we came back inside and took the boat down to Harbor Town Marina and pumped out our tank. And everything went well there. And then we headed off to Lake Sylvia, where we dropped the hook for the first time. Had a little lunch at Lake Sylvia, and just enjoyed ourselves on the boat for a little bit. April then learned how to do the hand signals to bring the anchor up, and I think we got this down pretty good now, so we can definitely drop the boat. Then we headed to Sailorman and did a little browsing and picked up a couple loose things. And then we headed over to West Marine and looked at some overpriced stuff, and actually picked up a couple brushes and things. And then we went to Shuck and Dive, where they had dollar oysters, and I had a shrimp po' boy. And then there was this killer car right outside. Pretty car. Next day, woke up to a nice double rainbow and waited for Daniel from DSAR Air. He came by, took a look at our refrigeration system, and gave it a recharge of coolant and checked it for leaks. And unfortunately, it seems like we may or may not have a leak. So we'll know in a few weeks if we start losing refrigeration, and we'll see.
I'm saying something to me right now by you saying that, because you're giving up your life to do so much and think that, okay, when is it enough? You need some time for yourself, you know? So.
No, it's easy to get caught in it, and it's like every day, and then you just don't see anything beyond.
That's true. And then some people, they just live their life one day at a time. And they party all the time. And to them, they seem to have so much more fun than you, even though they can't pay their bill at the end of the month. You know? Yeah, it's tough. But it's, we all have to make our own decisions.
Yeah.
Prepare now for later, or just wait till later to prepare.
So we only have one key for the boat, for the door. So I headed out. We've been striking out at all the locksmiths down by us. So I headed out to Lauderhill, to this place that's supposed to have a good locksmith, but it was really just a swap meet and a really crazy town. This place is crazy. There's like 20 guys all selling window tinting. If you want to get some window tinting, this is the place to go. Or a car stereo, or whatever you need. The locksmith there said the only place that would be sure to have the key would be Smiley's. So I headed up to Smiley's and was hopeful he'd have it. It's a door to a boat. But he didn't. So still no key. After the locksmith went to take the car home and then rode the bike back to the boat. It is absolutely crazy town trying to ride a bike in this town. At least on this street. This is Route 1. And there's no bike lane. And people just do not give you any room. So I gotta ride on the sidewalk. Our last night we ate at the Italian restaurant again. And this is the view from where the table is at the restaurant. So you can see that they put us right up on our boat. It's pretty awesome. And here we go, heading back to Boston for one of the last few times before we go.